Hi viewers, welcome to Beginners Tech Road. We know variables can pass as an arguments for parameters of methods or constructors. So we need to understand two categories of data types based on how the values are stored in computer memory. Value types and reference types. Okay, so these are the most important we need to understand. What is the value type? A value type variable, nothing but it contains its data directly on its own memory space. See, for every variable, whatever you define, okay, to store the value, respective value, it's need a memory, right? Even the variable itself also need a memory. Why? Because the variable name also we need to remember, right? Variable name we need to remember as well as variable value need to remember, right? So that is the one. But in the value type, what it does in the value type variable, it contains data directly on its memory space. Whatever the memory allocated for that variable, the value will be stored directly on the same space. Reference type in the sense it won't store its value, it will store its the values reference. That is the reason it's a reference type variable. Okay, examples if you see, I will explain more in detail. Examples if you see, value type example, all these primitive data like bool, char, decimal, double, float, int, long, whatever we discussed data types, all these are the value types. Reference type, if you see, string, arrays, class, whatever we discuss in class, these classes and interface we will discuss later. All these examples are a reference type. Okay, so here we understood what is the value type, what is the reference type. These are the examples. So in this case, if you see whatever we are discussing now about the classes, all these classes are the reference types. Okay, that we need to understand how these types, value type, reference type differs. What is the importance of these types in our programming? Let we understand in detail. So before going to all the details, I will just give you a very brief introduction about this memory and memory location, how it manages and what is the memory location address, all that. The memory, whatever the computer memory, it stores only the bit. Okay, it stores only the bit. Bit, it represents a binary value. It's either 0 or 1. That's all. It can hold either 0 or 1. So all this one bit, okay, but in one bit we can store only 0 or 1. But if you want to store our values, at least one character, if you see, a minimum is like a 1 byte. Okay, so that is nothing but 8 bits together. We will call it as a 1 byte. Okay, so whatever in the modern systems, if you see, all in a bytes, whatever the storage, it will be occupying in a bytes. Okay, so 8 bits is nothing but 1 byte. So whenever every byte in computer's memory will have unique address to identify that memory location. Why? Because it's like an example door numbers in a house, street. If you see, street first house, door number 1, second door number 2, door number 3, door number 4, 5. The way how to identify each house, how the door numbers will be there, same way in the memory to identify every byte, there should be a unique identifier to identify that memory location. Okay, that we will call it memory location address. Okay, so example, if you say the address in a decimal system, if you say example 1000, 1000, 2003, like this is a 1 byte, this is a next byte, like that. All example 8 bytes I am showing here. Okay, so these are the in a, and for our understanding in a decimal system, the address I am saying 1001 for this memory location. For this memory location, the address 1001. For this memory location, address 1002. For this memory location, address 1003. So this is a 1 byte. Every byte will have a 1 memory location address. But usually in the modern computers, if you see, the memory location address is in a hexadecimal system, not in a decimal system. It is in a hexadecimal system. Usually the 1001 will be equal to this value in a hexadecimal system. 1002, 1003, like this, the memory address will be in this representation of hexadecimal system. So it's nothing but for you people to easy to understand, every byte like a sequence of like a how we just discussed, like in a street door numbers, like that in a memory blocks, it is like a sequence of bytes. So each byte will be having a continuous number, like a 1001, 1002, like this. It will be similar that related hexadecimal. Example, 1 byte. Okay, 1 character to store. Example, if it is taking 1 byte, is nothing but this memory will be allocated. This is available memory. If you think that memory will be allocated. Example, integer variable, if you define, it needs a 4 bytes. So what happens? It allocates in a memory all these 4 bytes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1001, 2, 3, 4, all that 4 bytes will be allocated in a memory for a integer data type. Like that, whenever you define a data type, based on its type, what is the minimum required to store in a memory, the computer memory will be allocated for that variable, and it will be blocked that memory. So that next variable, if you define, next available memory, it will be allocated. Like that, the memory will be allocated, and there will be, just for you people to understand, there will be a, for each byte, there will be a memory location identify address. So now we will come. Why? Because to understand here, now if you go back again, if you read the statements, a variable contains its data directly on its own memory space. Okay, how it is, I will show you. See, example, this is a one memory space. Here how it is, example, this 1001, if I take it, so this is the memory space. This is the address for that memory space. Is nothing but 1001 related one. So this is the address of this memory space. So this we will call it as a memory location. This is the address of this memory location. Whatever the value it will be stored here. It stores a value or an address of another memory location. In this memory location will be stored a value or another address, another memory location of address. This memory location can hold it. Accordingly, the size will be allocated. So now, value type variable example, if you see, example, int marks equal to 150. If you declare and assign like this in our program, int marks equal to 150. So we are declaring marks as an integer data type, and we are assigning a value to 150. What will happen? So this is the memory location. For this memory location, this is the address. This value, see, marks this address, memory allocated this address. This value will be storing in the same memory location only. So this is the value type variable example. If you see reference type, then you can understand. Example, string language name equal to C#. Now what happens in a reference type, if you see, as we discussed, this is the variable name what we defined, language name. This is the memory location. This is the address for that variable. Now this is the value C#. What happens? This C# also will take a separate memory location. Here that value will be stored. This also will be, every memory location will be having an address, right? This also will be there. This address will be stored in this, in the language, in this area. Whatever the address allocated for this language name, in that value will be storing this value memory address. So that is the reference type. That is what in the earlier, here itself value stored. The example here, if you look at this value 150 directly stored on this memory location for a value types. But if you see a reference types, what happening? This also occupying a separate memory. This also occupying a separate memory. In this memory, this value will be stored. In this memory, this value address will be stored. So that is what this 0 cross 8FC 0x8 FC is the address of this is stored here. For this address is this one. So this is the difference of value type variables and reference type variables that need to understand how the memory will be taking. So value types memory, if you see, takes a less memory compared to a reference type, because it's taking a 2 memory blocks. Here it's taking a only 1 memory block. So that is the differences of the value type variables and reference type variables. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel for more videos.